Composed goalkeeper for you. Mo Salah. Frimpong. And possibilities inside the box. Oh, very effective play, and they might be onto something. Kirkes. And alleviating the pressure.
Well, he's certainly given his team time to reorganise here.
Konate. Now with McAllister. Wirtz. Ryan Gravenberch. Now with Konate. Salah. And they have possession again. Salah. On to Konate. Wirtz. McAllister. Van Dijk with it. On to Kirkes. Now with Konate. Virgil van Dijk. Florian Wirtz. Wirtz. Went in strongly, decisively. Morgan gives White. Explosive attacking qualities can be so important. Look no further than Mo Salah.
Well, I expect him to be the biggest influence on this game, certainly in terms of dictating the play. Quite simply, one of the best players at linking up with teammates.
Kirkes. Van Dijk with it. Ibrahima Konate. Alisson. Virgil van Dijk. Gravenberch. Now they have possession in a good area of the pitch. Wirtz. McAllister. Virgil van Dijk. Kirkes. Promising possession, this. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass.
He made it look easy, didn't he?
Oh, he's left his marker for dead. Fed over towards the back post. And it's all rather fizzled out. Showing good situational awareness. Dan Ndoye. Anderson. Ndoye. Well, the threat could be there. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out. And out of play for a Forest throw. Chance to play it in. Nicolas Dominguez. Anderson. That's a good-looking ball. Must be! And a goal! To open the scoring! No wonder they're celebrating!
Well, as you can see, he doesn't mess about here, does he? He's strong, well-balanced and skillful. That's a top-class finish.
Well, Liverpool restart the game. A wake-up call for them, perhaps. Nicolas Dominguez. And he takes it away. Virgil van Dijk. Now Mo Salah. Ibrahima Konate. Konate. Frimpong. Now with Konate. Florian Wirtz. Jeremy Frimpong. Ryan Gravenberch. Well, they keep the ball moving. Well, just couldn't play that decisive ball. Milos Kerkez. Liverpool have given it away. Elliot Anderson. Well, moving the ball forward, they might be in business. And possession ceded by Forest. Alexis McAllister. Gakpo. Now with Kerkez. Alexis McAllister. And space to cross it. Morgan Gibbs-White. Dan Ndoye. And cutting it out. Elliot Anderson. Passing it accurately. That's a very fine piece of tackling. Could be! And the flag has been raised here. Well, there can't have been a lot in that. McAllister. Alexis McAllister. Gakpo. Composed and patient passing. Well, they were very patient, but they no longer have the ball. Chris Wood. And wasteful there from Forest. Liverpool in a position of menace. This is an excellent run. Well, got right behind it and crucially turned it out of the danger area. Elliot Anderson. And teammates around him. Morgan Gibbs-White. Hudson-Odoi. And it's with Gibbs-White. Well, plays with a positional sense that is second to none. Ekitike. On to Konate. Ugo Ekitike. Ibrahima Konate. Frimpong. Now with McAllister. Very effective pass. Well, nicely cut out. Ndoye. And in possession, Milenkovic. Nico Williams. Van Dijk with it. Wirtz. Plenty of support here. Teamwork and passing in evidence. Kerkez. Well, they stopped them in their tracks. Well, they could break at pace. Ndoye. Morgan Gibbs-White. Dominguez. Moving it so confidently now. Failure to keep the ball by Nottingham Forest. Florian Wirtz. Wirtz. On to Gravenberg. Virgil van Dijk. Top-class defending. Well, sometimes with a volleyed attempt, you simply have to accept your fate.
Yeah, that's not a great effort. Needed a better connection, really.
Nicolas Dominguez. Murillo. Chris Wood. Beautiful pass. Alexis McAllister. Now with Wirtz. McAllister. Kerkez. Now with Wirtz. Gakpo. Nice sequence this.
Yeah, lovely slick passing here.
Florian Wirtz. Good work from Liverpool to win it back. Flag raised for offside. Well, Forest giving it away. Florian Wirtz. On to Gravenberg. Konate. Ibrahima Konate. On to McAllister. Virgil van Dijk. Gravenberg. On to Konate. Van Dijk with it. And we saw the situation developing. Hudson-Odoi. Elliot Anderson. Well, passing moves like this will build confidence.
Yeah, this is good. Just looking for the next opening.
And he read it well, intercepting it. Gakpo. And space for Liverpool in the wide position. But they took care of the situation defensively. Well, somebody's got to stop him. And nothing comes of this attack. Now with Kerkez. And the pass deftly cut out. Nicolas Dominguez. Dan Ndoye. Could be threatening. And look at this! And a goal! They're going to take some stopping now. Two in front here.
Well, here it is again, and wow, just look how close that is. It's the perfect finish in the end. Well, back to the drawing board, I'm afraid. His team have been really poor today.
So the ball rolling again. 2-0 the score. Gakpo. Kerkez. Van Dijk with it. Ekitike. Gakpo. Moving the ball well here. Well, honestly, I didn't mean to jinx them. Just wasn't a very good pass, finally. Williams. Nicolas Dominguez. Just wasn't going to part with the ball.
Shields the ball so well, doesn't he?
Nikola Milenkovic. Well, approaching half-time on the home side, very much in charge here, Stuart. Your thoughts?
Yes, it's been a really energetic display from them so far. The passing's been sharp, the movement from the front players has been excellent, and the finishing has been clinical. They will certainly be happy going in at half-time.
Oh dear, up a dead end. It was promising. Gakpo. On to McAllister. Gravenberg. And possibilities here. Now with McAllister. Can they cover up? And problem solved for now. Deserves credit for winning the ball back. Mats Sels. Eina. Ndoye. Nikola Milenkovic. Dan Ndoye. Can they set up a chance? Well, now he's let that run out of play, and it will be a throw in here.
Well, the stats show us that the hosts haven't had that much of the ball, but that won't bother them because when they win it in deep areas, they've got forward with pace and with numbers. It's been a great counter-attacking display.
And showing fine vision. Gakpo. Will it happen for them? Timely intervention. And we will have a couple of additional minutes at the end here. Nicolas Dominguez. Clever defending. Jeremy Frimpong. Now with Wirtz. Good through ball. Ndoye. Morgan Gibbs-White. Dan Ndoye. And it's with Gibbs-White. What to like about that pass? Textbook example of how to cut it out. Ndoye. And the whistle is sounded for... So back in business. Liverpool left with a real mountain to climb in the second half. And Forest doing well to regain possession. Decent idea. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. Chris Wood. Dominguez. Fine build-up play. Released it nicely. Well, the keeper had to intervene under a bit of pressure there. And the pass was just that little bit off. Nearly found its target. Williams. Anderson. And it's with Gibbs-White. Good weight on that pass. Easing the pressure there. It's a neat move. And it's with Gibbs-White. Plenty of support here. Hudson-Odoi. Is it going to be? Well, as he hit that one, it looked as though it had a chance. Jeremy Frimpong. Now with Konate. Alexis McAllister. Ryan Gravenberch. Frimpong. Alisson. Virgil van Dijk. On to Kerkez. McAllister. Gakpo. On to Wirtz. Promising pass. Not forcing the issue. Great composure. Who can he pick out? Could be threatening. That's well read defensively.
Yeah, he read that brilliantly, didn't he?
Morgan Gibbs-White. Aina. Dominguez. That's a good-looking ball. And good anticipation. Elliot Anderson. Dominguez. A creative look about this. Nicolas Dominguez. Showing a great defensive instinct. McAllister. Nicely cut out. Could play it in. Well, in fairness, the keeper had plenty to think about that time. Jeremy Frimpong. Now Mo Salah. Liverpool struggling to keep hold of the ball. Anderson. Dan Ndoye. That's a lovely ball. Fine goalkeeping to push that away.
Well, it might not get his side back into this game, but I have to say, that was a top-class save.
Well, they can't exhale just yet. Here they come again. Nice sequence, this. Anderson. Oh, useful ball. Kepkes. Now with Gravenberg. Frimpong. Encouraging move from Liverpool. Well, nothing comes of it. It looked promising. Dominguez. Well, good idea. Oh, great defending. Now counter-attacking possibilities. Can they take advantage? And just like that, the counter-attack comes to an end. Konate. Frimpong. On to McAllister. Ugo Ekitike. Mo Salah. Van Dijk with it. Looking to get back into it. Oh, and the flag goes up.
Well, he needs to be more aware there. He didn't work hard enough to stay onside.
Nottingham Forest throw coming up. So a half an hour remaining. Elliot Anderson. Murillo. And in possession, Milenkovic. Aina. Decent looking pass. Fine cross into the middle. Jeremy Frimpong. Pressing high up has its advantages. Can he put it away? And it goes! Well, it's one goal after another. A highly impressive performance.
Well, here it is again, and the defending simply isn't good enough. They have to react quicker, deal with the danger, and show more urgency, none of which they did, and that's the result.
Is this going to be a thrashing? 3-0 now. Good weight on that pass. And a fine cross. And a harmless effort when all is said and done. Williams. And taking it away. Salah. Florian Wirtz. Now with Kepkes. Gakpo. Textbook example of how to cut it out. Chris Wood. And it's with Gibbs White. Dominguez. Elliot Anderson. Well, he's given us away. Ekitike. Now with Gravenberg. Really determined play to hang on to it. And taken away from Salah. That's really good and effective physical play. Good through ball. Played into the centre. Liverpool with the ball once more. Aina. Morgan Gibbs White. Dominguez. Anderson. And it's with Gibbs White. His determination there for all to see. Salah. Pressure applied. Can they make something of it? Dominguez. Aina. Wood with it. Nicolas Dominguez. Anderson. Ndoye. Elliot Anderson. This looks interesting. Has the strength to hang on to it. Anderson. Intelligent defending. Salah. 20 minutes to go in this one. Virgil van Dijk. Gakpo. That's a good ball. The delivery. Well, that was never likely to trouble the keeper. Ugo Ekitike. Threads it nicely. Oh, genuine chance. Must be. Mo Salah. Really fine play to keep possession. Now what can they do from here? Takes the shot. Well, we gave it the big build-up, but he didn't quite deliver on his promise. Dan Ndoye. Aina. And it's with Gibbs White. And space to exploit, maybe. Here's Chris Wood. Marvellous anticipation. Well, they've been getting the substitute ready, and now they will make the personnel change. They favoured a short one here. Can he put it in? Oh, that's great defending. A wild effort it was, and probably the less said about it, the better. Gravenberg. Jeremy Frimpong. Wirtz. Ekitike. Now with Wirtz. Ibrahima Konate. Konate. Ryan Gravenberch. Now with McAllister. Mo Salah. Gravenberch. Liverpool have given it away. Awoniyi. Doing well to keep possession. And in the perfect position to read it. He has teammates around him. Will have no intention of losing out. Good work from Liverpool to make sure possession changed hands. Wirtz. Gakpo. McAllister. Now with Wirtz. Frimpong. On to McAllister. And he read it well, intercepting it. Morgan Gibbs-White. Wasteful from Liverpool. Now, who can he play it to? That's a good-looking ball. Liverpool doing well to win back possession. Konate. Salah. Well, there's a living, breathing example of positional sense. Ryan Gravenberch. On to McAllister. Gakpo. Now, maybe room here for the counter-attack. Morgan Gibbs-White. Elliot Anderson. It's a neat move, doing everything possible to keep possession. Williams. Could be! Oh, brilliant goalkeeping! Well, a splendid individual performance, but the manager elects to make a change. Who's going to get on the end of it? Well, a bit short with the clearance. But on the final analysis, his timing just wasn't there.
Well, it's always difficult to hit those perfectly, and unfortunately for him, he got that all wrong.
Intercepted effortlessly. Gakpo. McAllister. Good through ball. Liverpool couldn't keep it. Elliot Anderson. Could be a chance to break. Need to get back quickly here. But timely defending when it mattered. Effective press. And the referee says play on, advantage Liverpool. Mo Salah. Florian Wirtz. Robbed of the ball, Mo Salah. Nico Williams. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Williams. Now Mo Salah. Gravenberch. Alexis McAllister. Well, this could really help the cause. Florian Wirtz. Gakpo. And the flag has gone up. Offside. Good refereeing, waiting for a natural pause before booking him. And with play stopped, they will make the change now. Nikola Milenkovic. Inching ever closer to victory.
Yeah, they don't need to force it, do they?
Dominguez. Ibrahim Songare. Williams. Nicolas Dominguez. Ndoye. Dominguez. Aboniyi. And he's gone for power. So close to finding the net. Alexis McAllister. On to Wirtz. Mo Salah. Liverpool have given it away. Hudson-Odoi. Ibrahim Songare. Aina. And the referee has deemed that an additional 4 minutes are in order. Dominguez. Well, all doing their bit to keep them out. Salah. It is advantage Liverpool here. Dangerous ball. And take it away. Hudson-Odoi. And running it back. Chances on. Still could finish. And a goal. It was served up on a silver platter for him.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a simple finish in the end. But where was the defending? That's just not good enough.
So there it is, 3-1 the current scoreline here. Dominguez. Songare. Murillo. Nicolas Dominguez. Ndoye. Ibrahim Songare. Nicolas Dominguez. And the chance slips away. And there goes the final whistle. Not what Liverpool fans anywhere wanted to see. It's a defeat for them. Your assessment?
You're absolutely right, Derek. They really struggle to get to grips with the game. They always seem second to the ball, and then just a few mistakes at the back, and it's cost them. Poor performance all round.
Well, this man has given us plenty of reasons to dwell on his performance, hasn't he, Stuart?
Well, he was a major reason why they won today. He was so reliable, and he inspires those around him.
One of the great things about football is that no one knows for sure what's going to happen. Let's see what unfolds here tonight. I'm Derek Ray at the microphone, and joining me for match commentary is Stuart Robson. And we've got Premier League action coming right up. It's Nottingham Forest taking on Liverpool.
Well, we've got everything needed for a good game here. Two motivated teams, a vibrant atmosphere and some very good players. Let's hope we're not disappointed.
Well, here is the lineup for the hosts today.
Well, although it's down as a 4-5-1, it's more likely to be three players in behind the main centre-forward. And those three are key to this team's creativity.
And this is how Liverpool will line up. Alisson begins in goal. Ibrahima Konate starts alongside Virgil van Dijk in central defence. Mohamed Salah plays with Cody Gakpo out wide. And leading the line today is Ugo Ekitike. Salah. Gakpo. Oh, this looks useful. Well read to ease the pressure. Florian Wirtz. On to McAllister. Now opening things up. Now with Gravenberg. Excellent defending. Chris Wood. Ndoye. And whipped into the box. And a time for calm on the ball. Gravenberg. On to Konate. Salah. Now with Kerkez. Now with Wirtz. Salah. Now with Konate. Plays with a positional sense that is second to none. Plenty of support here. Elliot Anderson. Williams. And can they prize them open now? Well, I think a classic commentator's curse just then. Couldn't make the ideal pass. Oh, left his man behind here.
Oh, great bit of play, wasn't it?
And the through ball. Nicely saved. Going short. Ugo Ekitike. Wirtz. Jeremy Frimpong. Gravenberg. Salah. Well, strong play here. Jeremy Frimpong. Now with Wirtz. Well, it didn't happen for them in attack.
Yeah, just snuffed out the danger there. That's a good turnover.
Alexis McAllister. On to Gravenberg. Salah. Pass and move, pass and move. Their opponents really struggling to get a look in. It's not a bad ball. And he takes it away. Aina. Just lost his focus. Throw in here. Ryan Grafenberg. On to Wirtz. Could be troublesome. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. It's a good Liverpool move in the making. Florian Wirtz. Confident play.
They certainly know how to kick the ball, don't they?
And it's opening up. And make no mistake, an early goal was beckoning.
Yeah, he never quite composed himself, did he?
Anderson. Murillo. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Williams. Nico Williams. Nicolas Dominguez. And it's with Gibbs White. Anderson. Well, moving the ball forward, they might be in business. Elliot Anderson. Williams. Anderson. Hudson-Odoi. Could be dangerous. Nicolas Dominguez. Getting in there to intercept.
Read it really well.
And Forrest will get the throw in. And a disappointing throw. Kerkez. Now with McAllister. Ekitike. Interesting pass. Angled for Salah. Not the best clearance. Well, there to intercept. Alexis McAllister. Virgil van Dijk. Kerkez. McAllister. Composed and patient passing. Ekitike. Salah. Just cutting off the supply. Murillo. Hudson-Odoi. Nikola Milenkovic. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Decent idea. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. So a corner here. Delivering it. Hudson-Odoi. Thoughtful play. Really fine piece of defending play to break it up.
Well, that's a good turnover, isn't it?
Kerkez. Gakpo. Now with Kerkez. Well, it's all about passing as they try to hit the front. And space to cross it. Struggling trying to get it away. Well, it did look promising for a bit. Alexis McAllister. On to Wirtz. Promising position, this. And just like that, broken up. Williams. Elliot Anderson. Aina. Nikola Milenkovic. Dominguez. Oh, tremendous vision. Nicolas Dominguez. Ndoye. Good ball over the top. And there it is! The breakthrough! That will do nicely. Back underway. Will that goal have the effect of stinging Liverpool into action? Oh, needed more precision.
Yeah, they can't give it away that cheaply.
Murillo. Williams. Morgan Gibbs-White. Dan Ndoye. Might be onto something. But really sticking to their task defensively. Hugo Ekitike. Virgil van Dijk. Kerkez. And the referee says play on, advantage Liverpool. Virgil van Dijk. Kerkez. Now with Wirtz. Well, they stopped them in their tracks. Ndoye. Chris Wood. Oh, good idea. Well, a pass in behind the defence. Quick thinking from the keeper. Ekitike. Florian Wirtz. Now what can they do from here? This could be the equaliser. Frantic action from one end to the other. They weren't ahead for long, and this match is level again.
Well, just look at his movement. He knows exactly how to find space, and it's also a tidy finish. That's a nice goal.
So back underway. They've levelled it at 1-1 here. Morgan Gibbs-White. Aina. Nikola Milenkovic. Dominguez. No panic, just passing. Chris Wood. And it's with Gibbs-White. And Liverpool come away with it. Gakpo. Hugo Ekitike. Dan Ndoye. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. Oh dear, up a dead end. It was promising. Alisson. Elliot Anderson. Wood with it. Oh, moving it nicely. Can they set up a chance? Well, a classic example of how to intercept. Salah. Gravenberch. Van Dijk with it. You can almost see their opponents racking their brains. How do we stop this? Well, honestly, I didn't mean to jinx them. Just wasn't a very good pass, finally. Chris Wood. Dan Ndoye. Nicolas Dominguez. Liverpool have the ball once more. Kerkez. On to McAllister. Good patient build-up as they try to fashion something. And too close to the goalkeeper to really pose a threat. Williams. Morgan Gibbs-White. Anderson. Murillo. And in possession, Milenkovic. Take it away. Ibrahima Konate. Van Dijk with it. Konate. Wirtz. Gakpo. Now with Gravenberch. Hugo Ekitike. Well, there's a living, breathing example of positional sense. Wirtz. Now with Gravenberch. Now with Kerkez. Couldn't keep the momentum going. Ready to break, perhaps. Aina. Dan Ndoye. Nicolas Dominguez. And in the right position to read it. Florian Wirtz. On to McAllister. Wirtz. Milos Kerkez. Virgil van Dijk. Milos Kerkez. On to Wirtz. Kerkez. Van Dijk with it. On to McAllister. Virgil van Dijk. Will it happen for them? Nice sequence, this. But then the one that fails to hit its target. Nico Williams. On to McAllister. Gakpo. Well, fractionately overplayed.
Unfortunate there, just overdid it.
Williams. Trying to open up the defence. Determined not to give it away. Wirtz. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Clever defending. Tried to tee it up. And support available. And a strong tackle. McAllister. Williams. Anderson. Real chance. Oh, a fine stop, and more importantly, away from danger. Ndoye. Murillo. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Just the challenge that was required. Now, what can Liverpool do with this advantageous situation? He'll be delighted to have won the ball, having made that difficult challenge. Well, fine hold-up play here. Grafenberg. And very nicely positioned to win it back. Murillo. Aina. And in possession, Milenkovic. Nicolas Dominguez. Did well to win the ball back. So 2 minutes to be added on at the end. Frimpong. Salah. Now with Konate. Mo Salah. Jeremy Frimpong. On to Wirtz. Intercepted effortlessly. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Good weight on that pass. Frimpong. Ibrahima Konate. Virgil van Dijk. Jeremy Frimpong. And with that, the first half draws to a close. So the two teams have switched around and the second half is underway. Virgil van Dijk. And showing the importance of width. And firing it. Oh, tremendous work from the keeper to avert the danger. Opportunity to deliver the cross. The chance is on. Oh, fearless.
Well, you won't see too many better blocks than that.
Milos Kerkez deserves credit for winning the ball back. A chance now with the corner.
Well, this is a big moment, and don't these fans know it?
Last line of defence, literally. Now what can they do from here? Interception to snuff out the danger. Elliot Anderson. Murillo. Anderson. Dominguez. And in possession, Milenkovic. Nicolas Dominguez. Aina. Anderson. Wood with it. Nikola Milenkovic. Could be dangerous. Oh, that's super defending.
Well, what an important moment that could prove to be.
Frimpong. On to Konate. Salah. Not giving it away. Getting in there to intercept. Morgan Gibbs White. Now look at this, they might be able to cash in here. Really good strong tackle, and it'll be a throw-in. And he read it superbly. Frimpong. And options in the centre. Oh, that's splendid play. Gakpo. Hugo Ekitike. Now with Wirtz. Alexis McAllister. Ryan Gravenberch. On to Wirtz. You can sense the threat is there. And we cannot say enough about that save.
Well, how did he stop that? That is a remarkable save.
Well, the threat could be there. Gakpo. Now a decent position. Chance to finish. Can they set up a chance? To put them in front. That should be the keeper's ball. And no worries for the goalkeeper. Ball lost by Liverpool. Morgan Gibbs White. Disappointing pass. Nikola Milenkovic. Wood with it. Difficult to stop him. Well, dealt with that ball comfortably. Jeremy Frimpong. Now with Gravenberch. Frimpong. Ekitike. Jeremy Frimpong. Wirtz. Now with McAllister. Ibrahima Konate. Ryan Gravenberch. Well, we can give them high marks for their passing, but can they make this pressure count?
They just need a bit more penetration, that's for sure.
Gravenberch. Now Mo Salah. Excellent assessment of the situation at the back. Anderson. And in possession, Milenkovic. Morgan Gibbs White. Nice looking pass. Composed and patient passing. Splendid challenge that. Gravenberch. Van Dijk with it. McAllister. Now with Konate. Florian Wirtz. Jeremy Frimpong. Ryan Gravenberch. And so 30 minutes left for play in this one. Wirtz. Jeremy Frimpong. On to Wirtz. Frimpong. Ryan Gravenberch. Liverpool have given us away. Dan Ndoye. Well, nothing to split the two sides, but this move looks promising. Attack looks promising. Nikola Milenkovic. Top-class defending. Florian Wirtz. Dominguez. Anderson. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Very quick thinking there. McAllister. Mo Salah. Wirtz. On to McAllister. Salah! Oh, dealt with by the goalkeeper.
Well, Liverpool have played some really good football and they've looked threatening, but they need to make it count while they are still on top.
Well, they need the ball once more. They know that full well. Looking for the final pass that will open things up. Oh, it's on! Oh, difficult save to make! Trying to deliver it accurately. And a super header. It looked as though it might be going in. Well, another corner kick conceded. Let's see what they do this time. Delivering it into the box. And the ball back with Nottingham Forest here. Can they forge ahead? Rifled against the post, but back in play. Dominguez.
Well, that was a good effort, but Forest are knocking at the door here. They're playing some good football now.
Well, they can't dwell on not getting the rub of the green. Perhaps they can create another chance now. Just wasn't going to part with the ball. Morgan Gibbs White. Well, what can we say? Miles off target. Ibrahima Konate. On to Gravenberch. Konate. Hugo Ekitike. Ryan Gravenberch. Frimpong. Well, good run and good ball control. Well, a poor touch and unable to keep it in play. Throw in to come. Elliot Anderson. And in possession, Milenkovic. Murillo. Wood with it. Well, had no intention of losing out.
Ah, that's a good bit of play.
Moving the ball more than decently, but can they take the lead? Alisson. On to McAllister. Virgil van Dijk. Now Mo Salah. Kerkez. Could play it in. Just 20 minutes remaining now. And they have possession again. Ibrahima Konate. Gravenberch. Milos Kerkez. On to Gravenberch. Ekitike. Liverpool in a position of menace. And nothing comes of that attack.
Yeah, he read that brilliantly, didn't he?
Morgan gives White. Chris Wood. Elliot Anderson. Nico Williams. Anderson. Space to exploit. But they dealt with the threat posed. Grafenberg. Frimpong. On to Konate. Jeremy Frimpong. Virgil van Dijk. And Forest recovering possession well. Anderson. Wirtz. Liverpool have given us away. Murillo. Nicolas Dominguez. And that is a below par pass. And he has options available. Murillo. Textbook example of how to cut it out. Pressure exerted, but he keeps the ball. Aina. Nicolas Dominguez. Anderson. Wood with it. Elliot Anderson. And a timely intervention. Alexis McAllister. And played the pass well.
Yeah, what a good ball that was.
Oh yes, what a pass. Gakpo. Well read to put an end to that attack. Oh, fancy footwork. And players waiting in the centre. Hudson-Odoi. And it's with Gibbs-White. And nothing comes of this attack. Ibrahima Konate.
Well, time is running out to get this winner, but the fans certainly believe it's coming. Just listen to the noise. What a fantastic finish we could have here.
Elliot Anderson. Williams. Anderson. Murillo. Dominguez. Aina. Chris Wood. Well, you can see how fiercely they're concentrating on finding a winner. Mo Salah. Superb effort to keep it in. A chance to whip it in. And the chance slips away. Hudson-Odoi. Wood with it. Promising position, this. Now with Wirtz. Liverpool have given us away. Now with Kerkez. Now with McAllister. Ugo Ekitike. This is Salah. Ekitike. Level it is. Closing moments here. Can Liverpool find a winner? Well, nothing comes of it. It looked promising. Well, a scruffy little sequence with neither side able to control the ball.
Yeah, it's all a bit rushed at the moment.
Nico Williams. Van Dijk with it. Florian Wirtz. Ekitike. Wirtz. And he read it well defensively. Anderson. Dominguez. And they could run onto it here. Could be troublesome. Can he put them in front? No is the answer to the question. And that could be so important at this stage.
Well, will they get another chance? That would surely have won the game for them.
Playing it in. Good work from Liverpool to win it back. Alexis McAllister. Now with Kerkez. On to McAllister. On to Kerkez. On to Gravenberg. Konate. Van Dijk with it. Wirtz. On to Kerkez. Virgil van Dijk. Florian Wirtz. And here come Liverpool, a goal. Oh, they've done it! They've forged ahead, and it might be the goal that gives them victory.
Well, let's take another look, and it's not good enough defensively. They're slow to react, don't get tight enough, and don't deal with the situation. And there's the outcome.
Well, underway again. It's a narrow 2-1 lead as things stand. Anderson. Murillo. And they'll get ready for the throw-in. Williams. Murillo. Nico Williams. The referee has decided that 2 additional minutes are in order. And intercepts again. Salah. Doing well to keep possession.
Well, these fans are right behind the team here. Can they get the equaliser, though?
In search of an equaliser. And nicely over the top. He could pick out a teammate. And good anticipation. Well, not giving the opposition a look in. That's strong play. Ryan Gravenberg. Now with Wirtz. Promising pass. And that is all for this game anyway. It goes into the books as a victory for Liverpool.
Yes, Derek. Well, it could have gone either way, couldn't it? It was so competitive for much of the game, but they kept pushing.
And welcome. welcome to a game that really should have pulses racing. Every reason to believe this will be enthralling. I'm Derek Ray, positioned here on the commentary gantry, and alongside me at the microphone is Stuart Robson. And looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It is Nottingham Forest taking on Liverpool.
When looking forward to this game, you can't help but notice there are some great matchups all over the pitch, particularly in those central areas. Whichever team wins more of those battles will win the game.
Florian Wirtz. Oh, he's lost possession. Wirtz. And Salah! Well, this could really help the cause. On to Gravenberg. Will it happen for them? Virgil van Dijk. Really fine play to keep possession.
He's so good at doing that.
Ryan Gravenberg. Frimpong. Anderson. And Liverpool regaining possession here. And a lot to like about this attack. But they took care of the situation defensively. Williams. And it's with Gibbs-White. Hudson-Odoi. And that is how to block. Really good challenge. Dominguez. A textbook interception. Ekitike. And it's with Gibbs-White. That's a good-looking pass. Excellent defending. Hugo Ekitike. On to Kerkez. Intelligent ball. Took a really smart piece of defending to stop them.
Well, that's a good turnover, isn't it?
Milos Kerkez. Decent position. No panic, just passing. Florian Wirtz. Ekitike. On to Wirtz. Milos Kerkez. Very timely defending. And sending it out of play. Throw in here. He has teammates around him. For the lead here. And it goes! That will do nicely for starters. First goal of the game.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a great ball to put him through. Good vision to set up the chance, but I think the keeper has made a mistake here. While it's a decent finish, it shouldn't go in at that near post.
So the match has restarted. 1-0 here. Williams. Murillo. Nico Williams. And in possession, Milenkovic. And halted in his tracks. Clear statement of intent. Yellow card.
Yeah, setting the standard early with that decision.
Nikola Milenkovic. Hudson-Odoi. And in possession, Milenkovic. Nico Williams. Murillo. Williams. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Has the strength to hang on to it. This could be troublesome. Hudson-Odoi. Splendid defending. Jeremy Frimpong. This is Salah. Ekitike. Frimpong. Now Mo Salah. Moving the ball well here. I just couldn't play that decisive ball. Salah. Now with McAllister. Can they add to their lead?
Yeah, good passing and really clever movement.
Gakpo. And the defensive intervention there. Aina. Dominguez. Thoughtful play. Well, he's given us away. Jeremy Frimpong. Gakpo. Van Dijk with it. Florian Wirtz. McAllister. On to Wirtz. Milos Kerkez. Wirtz. Really is a lovely example of how to pass the ball. And a chance to whip it in here. And that brings the attack to an end.
Yeah, he makes those interceptions so well.
Dan Ndoye. Nicolas Dominguez. Aina. And in possession, Milenkovic. Elliot Anderson. Wood with it. Anderson. Promising possession, this. But the keeper quickly off his line. Fantastic reading of the game. Did well to win it back. Mo Salah. Jeremy Frimpong. Konate. Frimpong. Now with Konate. Virgil van Dijk. Now with Alisson. Well, good idea. Did well to win the ball back. Dominguez. Morgan Gibbs White. Nicolas Dominguez. Eyeing an opening.
But they need to find that extra bit of guile.
Dominguez. Wasteful again in possession. Mo Salah. Virgil van Dijk. Milos Kerkez. On to Konate. Well, when you have the lead, you can play in this manner, keeping the ball like this. Ekitike. Gakpo. Will it go in? And possession changing hands. Dan Ndoye. Murillo. Chris Wood. Anderson. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Dominguez. Anderson. Williams. And it's with Gibbs-White. Well, they're behind, but they might be onto something here. And he couldn't worry the keeper with that effort. Virgil van Dijk. Gakpo. Well, after pressing like that, maybe the short route to goal. Morgan Gibbs-White. Milos Kerkez. Virgil van Dijk. Now with McAllister. Milos Kerkez. On to McAllister. Virgil van Dijk. Gravenberg. Liverpool struggling to keep hold of the ball. Florian Wirtz. Virgil van Dijk. Well, they're a bit like a passing machine, and you can understand why they want to play it that way, in front as they are. Ekitike. Passing it accurately. Can they chisel open the defence? Alexis McAllister. Well, it's pass after pass, keeping their opponents thinking. Williams. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Nikola Milenkovic. Anderson. Promising attack. Read that pass all the way, cutting it out. Alexis McAllister. Well, that's an interesting pass. Oh, it's on! Just what the Liverpool fans wanted to see as they extend their lead to 2 goals.
Well, let's look at this again. He's done superbly well to pick out a teammate here, and from there, he never looked like missing. That's a lovely goal.
So underway again, and a 2-0 advantage here. Anderson. And it's with Gibbs-White. And the pass deftly cut out. Wasted possession again. Wirtz. Gakpo. And Liverpool have the ball again. Wirtz. Salah. Oh, that's textbook goalkeeping. Over it comes. Well, he couldn't get the header on the target, but robust defending. Well, Liverpool losing possession. Nicolas Dominguez. Morgan Gibbs White. Now with McAllister. Wirtz. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Aina. On to Gravenberg. On to Kerkez. Thoughtful play. That's a good pass. But the keeper's quickly off his line. Read it magnificently. Chris Wood. Oh, this looks useful. On to Gravenberg. Teammates available. Oh, tremendous vision. Well, that's really sound goalkeeping, not letting the opposition have any scraps. Interesting pass. On to Gravenberg. Alexis McAllister. This looks interesting. Well, high quality defending. Elliot Anderson. Murillo. Almost at half-time, and nothing really to complain about if you happen to be a Liverpool fan. They've been impressive.
Well, they've played some really good football up to now. In particular, the way they've got it into their front players has been excellent. I've also liked the movement of the strikers. They just now need to take this forward into the second half.
Well, a good place to win it back, and let's see what it leads to. Well, this could really help the cause. And nothing comes of that attack. Jeremy Frimpong. Well, when you're leading, you can afford to be pass happy.
They're just playing with them at the moment.
Wirtz. Delivery from Salah here. Well, the challenge was to keep the header down.
Yeah, the cross was asking to be attacked, wasn't it? What a ball that was.
Well, that pass needed to be a lot more precise. McAllister. Could be threatening. Looking for the final pass that will open things up. And not an effort that will live long in the memory.
Well, the defenders will be relieved because that was a good chance. From that sort of distance, he should really be hitting the target. It was a really poor attempt in the end.
Dan Ndoye. And it's with Gibbs White. Murillo. Now with Gravenberg. Alexis McAllister. Promising possession, this. Ndoye. And it's with Gibbs-White. Elliot Anderson. Oh, useful ball. A delicious piece of skill. A chance to whip it in. What a vital intervention. Hugo Ekitike. Now with Wirtz. Alexis McAllister. Virgil van Dijk. Well, the scoreline means they can focus on keeping possession. Frimpong. Now with McAllister. Salah. Jeremy Frimpong. Well, they're allowing him to run and run and run. Ryan Gravenberg. Well, not much came of that.
Well, that's good defending. Just snuffed out the danger there.
Counter-attacking chance. And the electronic board delivers the news. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Oh, that's a fine-looking pass. Making sure nothing untoward happened. Murillo. And it's with Gibbs-White. Showing a great defensive instinct. And the defenders know they need to get tighter. Alexis McAllister. And Salah! And putting his body on the line. And in! At the second time of asking. Just what was required.
Well, the initial save is a good one, as you can see, but unfortunately it dropped straight to an opponent. A bit unlucky, really.
Half draws to a close. Well, I must say, Florian Wirtz has been excellent so. And away they go again. Just reflecting on what we saw in the first 45. Joyous football from Liverpool. Wirtz. On to McAllister. Mo Salah. Well, it did look promising, but no threat in the end. Salah. Now with McAllister. Oh, danger here. Performance this, 4 to the good now.
Well, this is a very tidy finish, as you can see. He's under so much pressure, but his strength just allows him to hit through the ball cleanly. It's an excellent goal.
And this is turning into something of a rout. 4-0. Nikola Milenkovic. And in the right position to make sure it didn't go all the way through. Elliot Anderson. Dominguez. Same story, couldn't hang on to the ball. Jeremy Frimpong. Now with Wirtz. Frimpong. Now with Konate. Ekitike. Decent idea. On to Gravenberg. Konate. On to Gravenberg. Alexis McAllister. Ugo Ekitike. Liverpool have given it away. Aina. Dominguez. Murillo. Nico Williams. Elliot Anderson. Chris Wood. Clever defending. Kerkez. Now with Konate. Holding on to what they have is the priority, apparently. Virgil van Dijk. Now Mo Salah. Florian Wirtz. On to McAllister. Wirtz. Virgil van Dijk. Ugo Ekitike. Now with Gravenberg. Well, the threat could be there. Well, couldn't bend his run, and the flag went up. Out for a Liverpool throw. Intelligent defending. Dan Ndoye. Dominguez. And it's with Gibbs White. Determined not to give it away. And Liverpool could get in behind the defence. Ryan Gravenberg. Konate. Alexis McAllister. On to Gravenberg. Thoughtful play. Now Mo Salah. Florian Wirtz. Ibrahima Konate. Mo Salah. Will it happen for them? Morgan Gibbs White. Good through ball. Chris Wood. Dan Ndoye. And it's with Gibbs White. Could be dangerous. Nikola Milenkovic. Wood with it. Dominguez. Hudson-Odoi. Spot on with that tackle. Ekitike. Salah. Good-looking cross. Not completely out of trouble here. Now a decent position. Can he deliver? Oh, not to be! Stopping a certain goal. That'll be a Liverpool ball. 30 minutes to go then. Played into the centre. Well, far from the ideal header. And the goalkeeper had it all the way. Jeremy Frimpong. Salah. McAllister. Promising pass. Really fine play to keep possession. Ryan Gravenberch. Annoyingly, there it breaks down. Nico Williams. Wood with it. Hudson-Odoi. Murillo. Nico Williams. Nicolas Dominguez. Elliot Anderson. Chris Wood. Oh, that's a super piece of defending. Salah. Mo Salah. Well, the scoreline means they can focus on keeping possession. And it's Salah with the cross. And in the end, no damage done. Chris Wood.
Happy birthday to Nathan Walker.
Gakpo.
His birthday today from Dad and Lucy.
Gravenberch. Ryan Gravenberch. Kerkez. Van Dijk with it. Murillo. Liverpool have it once again. Oh, this looks useful. Chance to finish. And what a magical save it was. And over comes the corner. Well, they survived the attack. Ekitike. Gakpo. Can he score? Oh, great defending. Salah. Oh, genuine chance. Can they set up a chance? Now with Wirtz. Gravenberch. Mo Salah. And there is the goal to make it a hat-trick. Excellence in finishing, there for all to see.
once again. No real power, but great understanding of the situation. That's an excellent goal.
My goodness, it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match. Well, this could really help the cause. And that is how to block. And deflected behind, so a corner here. And deciding to go short with this one. Under pressure, doesn't seem to be bothering him. Nikola Milenkovic. Aina. Liverpool have given us away. Teammates available. Hudson-Odoi. And that is a below-par pass.
That was a little bit sloppy there.
Wirtz. Gakpo. Showing good ball control. Doing everything possible to keep possession. And really pressing their opponents. Nikola Milenkovic. Ndoye. Aina. Dan Ndoye. And in possession, Milenkovic. Could be dangerous. Nico Williams. Oh, useful ball. Oh, the flag's gone up, and there wasn't much in that. Here it is now, a substitution. Gravenberg. So a throw in here for Liverpool. Well, we're inside the final quarter of an hour now. Jeremy Frimpong. Possession, the most important thing. Well, failure to keep the ball by Liverpool. Aina. And it's with Gibbs White. And take it away. And you don't want to lose possession there. Wirtz. Ugo Ekitike. Jeremy Frimpong. Ekitike. The ball with Chiesa. Wirtz. Well, had no intention of losing out. And that's comfortably gathered. Hudson-Odoi. Williams. Doing well to win it back. What can they do from here? The referee has let the advantage accrue to Liverpool. Alexis McAllister. Oh, read it really well. Plenty of support here. Jeremy Frimpong. Opportunity here. Magnificent. Magnificent challenge to win it back. Unable to get himself back onside here.
Well, he was always going to be offside. That was the wrong option.
And a delayed caution.
Yeah, great call. Played the advantage and then booked him.
He's been a joy to watch, no two ways about that. But the manager bringing on a fresh player now. So Bosloy. Using his strength to shield the ball. Chris Wood. Just wasn't going to give that ball away. Ball back with Liverpool now. Gakpo. Well, shielding the ball admirably. Nikola Milenkovic. Elliot Anderson. Aina. Anderson. And in possession, Milenkovic. Well, not hard to read that pass. Dominguez. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi. And teammates around him. Well, that effort was always going wide. He's not going to be best pleased with himself. And it is substitution time at this juncture. Not just from one side, but from both. Federico Chiesa. On to Konate. Gravenberch. Frimpong. On to Gravenberch. Ibrahima Konate.
Well, just listen to this reaction. They're affording their opponents far too much time on the ball. They have to press higher up the pitch.
Ryan Gravenberch. The ball with Chiesa. Frimpong. Ekitike. Gravenberch. Federico Chiesa. And strong play here. And possession given away. Nico Williams. And space to run into. Well, you really have to applaud the ambition. Williams. Murillo. And in possession, Milenkovic. Morgan Gibbs-White. Jeremy Frimpong. On to Gravenberch. McAllister. Now with Gravenberch. Alexis McAllister. Van Dijk with it.